It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Chicago Bulls. Chicago is one of the teams right now playing very consistently. An impressive 4-game winning streak. They're really playing good basketball. We'll see if they can extend it to 5 with a win tonight.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
The Bulls play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Last outing for Orlando, the loss to the Bucks. You know, guys, you hate to get embarrassed on your home court, but that's exactly what happened. It was a tough loss for them.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really, the Achilles heel in that one.
Well, if you're going to win, you've got to shoot a good percentage from the stripe, and for them, they have no one to blame but themselves.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DJ was officially named to the All-Star team, and he couldn't be happier about it. In talking to him before the game, he told me it's always been a dream of his to play alongside the best of the best. And this is just the latest chapter in what has become one of the most endearing stories in all of sports this year. Guys?
Thank you, David. Simply remarkable that DJ has battled to where he is and is now an NBA All-Star. This far into the schedule, we have several teams looking to turn things around and save their season. Clark, when you think about that, what's the best mindset those teams can have?
You know, I think it's a combination mindset, Kevin. One is to keep your eye on the big picture. What can we become? Who are we? What are our habits? Are we doing the things we need to do to give ourselves the best chance? And then the attention to detail. I think those two things have to be lockstep. The big picture in mind, and then attention to detail.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. A look at the starting group for the Magic. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Isaac in at the 3. Now, here's DJ. Shot clock at 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Payton with the ball. Gordon a screen. Payton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. High post try, and it's good. 2 points. Payton's got the opening field goal of the game for the Magic.
Boy, it's good to see Payton work on that mid-range jumper. He's put in a lot of time to make that a consistent part of his game.
DJ with it. Vucevic on him. And here is DJ. Great D that time from Vucevic.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause the miss.
Now here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. Gordon a screen. Payne with the block. Mirotic dishes to Wade. Shoots over Fournier. Wade can't hit. And it's the Magic with the ball.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that six-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Payton in the corner. Al Fournier, 12 points his last outing. Pass to Isaac. Drills the three-pointer. Isaac's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
DJ with it. Vucevic on him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, the Magic last summer looking to address their biggest weakness, a team really desperate for more perimeter shooting to space the floor.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And with Elfrid Payton at the point, a great penetrator, but not a great shooter. And Clark, how important is it that the Magic surround him with shooting?
Well, he is terrific as a playmaker. Great size and can find people, but you've got to have shot makers. That's huge in this game because it's about making shots at some point, inside or out. And the Magic have to at least have 3 high-quality shooters on the floor with a guy like Payton. Or, hey, Payton could become a really good shooter over time.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
And Mirotic kicks to DJ. Vucevic with the block.
And you know, with Vucevic, as is the case with all shot blockers, it's about timing. And how can you bait that shooter into shooting a shot that you know you can block?
Now here's Payton. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Almost, but it rolls out. Bulls trail by 5. Wade with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Orlando's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Parsons. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Levine subbed in for Cameron Payne. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Biombo comes in for Aaron Gordon. Ross, he's checked in for Isaac. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Elfrid Payton. He misses the free throw. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all-defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
Man, what determination from DJ would not be denied. Love how he forces his way through.
And with the All-Star roster being announced, you can expect to see DJ take a part in the game. He'll get a chance to suit up with the best of the best.
And no matter which way you slice it, DJ deserves to be an All-Star. It would have been criminal if a player of his caliber, who means so much to his team, did not make the roster.
Now here's Spates. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate 2-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
Wells kicks to Simmons. brings it down.
And DJ is excellent at being aggressive inside. Doesn't waste any opportunity to punch it on you.
Pass to Fournier. He feeds it to Biyombo. Spates sets a screen. Mack, no luck.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
The Magic trail by 3. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Fournier. Good, and a nice assist from Mack.
And I like the size that Fournier has as a shooting guard. Actually, great size. I mean, he's more than ready to take advantage of that when the opportunity presents itself.
Ross with the steal. He kicks to Fournier. Spates the pass to Fournier. With 1 on the clock. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent execution that time, partner. Don't want to give the opponent any time to get them back.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Magic lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Chicago ends up going with the new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Spates. Aaron Gordon comes in for Biyombo. Isaacs checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Evan Fournier. So on the floor for Orlando, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Shelvin Mack is out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Wizards put on a show. He ended with 31 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Shot clock at 2. And Clark, as you watch the game at both the college and pro levels over the years, what has been the biggest change for you in your view of that?
Well, you know what, Kevin, there are a couple of things. The athleticism, the real emphasis on training and strengthening the core, meaning from your kneecaps to your sternum. The work that's done to train the hamstrings and quads and glutes and that core area as a place of power, as your center of power, is one of the significant changes I've seen, not just in basketball, but all sports. And it's benefited the athletes greatly and the overall athleticism. And then from a playing standpoint or on the floor standpoint, I think the three-point shot. I think that's been the biggest dramatic change in the game.
And both free throws good for Payton.
And Elfrid Payton, the 10th pick back in that 2014 draft. And remember, the Magic looked at him as their point guard of the future. And last season, at times, he was coming off the bench. And it's been about that lack of progress as a shooter that I think is the biggest concern with this team.
And DJ has excellent hustle on the board. Skilled at scratching and clawing for those extra caroms. Man, I like his energy.
Now here's Matt. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And for Elfrid Payton, shooting has always been his Achilles heel.
Yeah, as a defender, passer, penetrator, I think he's solid. But shooting has become so important in our league right now. He needs that perimeter shot to really have a chance to get to the next level. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Matt. The putback, and it's Wade with the rebound. Pass to DJ. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Chicago making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Fournier is checked in. Here's Payne. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Feeds it to DJ. It's stolen by Vucevic.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Yeah, that's the intelligent play here, Greg, no doubt. No reason to chuck up some garbage shot.
Isaac misses. Outside Holiday. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin. Fast start. Already have a double-double in the first half. So do you think the defense is going to start to focus on you more in the second?
You know, if they do, then I'll just make sure to keep the ball hopping around. I mean, we have so many great players on this team that if you give one of us too much attention, the other 4 will just eat you alive. And, you know, if they want to focus on me the rest of the way, then by all means, you know, I'll invite it. But, you know, I know my teammates have my back.
You got it going. Maybe your teammates can pick you up in the second. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Mirotic is out there with DJ. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Payne in at the point guard.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
DJ with it. Vucevic on him. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Chicago.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner 3. And when they have, the D's been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
No good on the free throw. And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list, who would be on it. Greg Popovich for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Red Auerbach. And Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Here's Isaac. He's got 6. Fournier. And it's Chicago with the rebound. DJ's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Wade dishes to DJ. Bounces high off the rim and drops. DJ's got 20 points.
And this is what you want to see. I mean, DJ firing quickly right off the pass, not giving the defense any time to react.
Payton kicks to Fournier over Wade. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got the game tied up here for Orlando. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the deep.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Parsons. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Levine subbed in for Payne. Here's the teardrop. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player.
Bulls trail by 4. Levine kicks to Wells. DJ with it. Vucevic on him. Vucevic with the block. And DJ throws it down. There's a minute left to play in the third. Payton kicks to Ross. The pass to Spates. Mirotic brings the double team. And here are the Bulls now. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. And you got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
There's a screen. Here's Wells. Levine for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Levine's got 5.
All right, well, we talk about floor spacing, Kevin. You hear it all the time. This is what Levine gives you. Because of his range on the jump shot, you've got to honor him when he's on the floor.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That shot wide open. He's got 9.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Here's Wells. Kick out to Levine. Mirotic has a wide open look. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Magic leading by just 1. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Shrink the floor. When you're on the ball or closing out, close out faster. Okay, take away their airspace and then contain their drive.
And that's the catch-22 there. Frank Vogel wanting better perimeter defense, but also wanting to limit forays to the hoop.
Yeah, and it takes tremendous discipline to do that. Don't leave your feet, don't reach, and everyone help each other defensively.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. You've got Isaac. Vucevic is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Payton. And it's Ross in at the shooting guard position. Spates sets a screen. Vucevic the pass to Payton. Back to Vucevic. Here's Isaac. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Magic lead by 2.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Out to Wade. This one for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The dish now to Ross. A 3-ball. Isaac misses.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
DJ dishes to paint. Off target from outside. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The feed now to Vucevic. Pass to Isaac. Back to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from DJ.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
I thought maybe with a little more hustle, he might have been able to get around him, but he was just a step late.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Terrence Ross.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Pick by Vucevic. Spates kicks to Payton. Once again off the mark, Orlando. For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Back to Parsons. He dishes it to DJ. There's the pick. Kicks to paint. Pass to Parsons. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Can't get it to fall.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Payne can't hit. Orlando, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Isaac. Spates sets a screen. Dishes to Vucevic. Up top, Spates. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
Here's Wade. And DJ throws it down.
You've got to appreciate the shot selection of DJ. I mean, when it's a crucial possession, he finds room to get his shot off.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot 8 comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Spates kicks to Payton. He feeds it to Vucevic. That's tipped.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
So they take the lead. And the Bulls lead by 2. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
And you look at Vucevic, and his tenacity goes up the closer he is to the cup. Defenders try to match his level of physicality down there, which more times than not results in him going to the foul line.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. Gordon's checked in for Maurice Spates. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Very nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Back to Wade. There's the screen. He kicks it to DJ. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Wade passes to Parsons. Mirotic, a screen on Fournier. Parsons dishes to Wade. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. Wade's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. And you don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Vucevic down low. Over DJ. A putback. And it's put back in by Vucevic.
And Vucevic is really good about playing nerveless basketball. In other words, he's not going to let anything bother him. He's under control, he's calm, he's composed, and he's confident. And that lets him deliver when it matters most.
No one near him. And that one comes up a bit short.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Payne kicks to Mirotic. Inside. Off the pick. Yes!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 3. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Vucevic. Misses off the right iron. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Love that mindset of DJ. I mean, really appreciate that he comes in wanting to get better each and every day. Hard not to like a player like that.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 5. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Payton in the corner. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown.
Hey, when the game is on the line, you feel very comfortable with Payton having the ball in his hands for the last shot.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to see. David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.
Great game, DJ.
Thanks.
Listen, the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Right this way.
Hey, this is Shaq. You've had a great run of games recently and have taken your game up a level. What's been the change that allowed this?
Shaq, I would say it's the focus
I've been trying to cut out distractions during the season and just focus on doing what I can to help this basketball team get the wins. And it's all about taking this team as far as we can go, and at the end of the day, that's what we'll be measured by.
Great answer, dude.
Little bit of a high blood pressure ending there.
Yeah, just a bit, but we got a hold of it though.
Have you noticed a difference in this team's poise coming down the stretch?
Yeah, you know, we were just showing a lot of confidence in each other, a lot of trust in our sets, and that really allowed us to come through in the clutch. I mean, especially when a majority of the game was not going our way.